Hey guys, the book of Revelation was written before 66 AD. You don't have to go anywhere other than the book of Revelation to find out that the book of Revelation was written before the temple was destroyed. The biggest thing that I see futurists say, people who think Jesus hasn't returned yet, or partial preterists, is they always try to say that the book of Revelation was written in like 96 AD, and that's whenever John was at Patmos, and so it couldn't be talking about that 3.5-year war. But Revelation chapter 11 says, John, arise, measure the temple, the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court that is without the temple leave out, for it's given unto the Gentiles, and they shall trample the city under foot 42 months. I've had people try to tell me, well, that's talking about the temple in heaven, not on earth. No, the Gentiles are not trampling the holy city in heaven. The Gentiles were trampling the city for 42 months. Jesus says this in Luke. He says, he's talking about the armies coming to Jerusalem, and these be the days of vengeance whenever all things written shall be fulfilled. And when you see these things come to pass, look up, for your redemption draws nigh. The kingdom of heaven is nigh at hand. This is whenever the armies come. He also said in the same place that these are the times of the Gentiles, and they shall lead the Jews captive into all nations, and trod in the city, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. How long is the times of the Gentiles? 42 months. That 3.5-year war, whenever Rome came to Jerusalem, until 70 AD, 66 to 70 AD, that's the times of the Gentiles. They were trampling the city underfoot. You don't have to go anywhere but the book of Revelation to see that the book of Revelation was written before 66 AD. I mean, scholars are dumb, you know, I mean, they spend their whole life studying, and it says right there that it was written beforehand, but then they want to go by church fathers instead, the Catholics, or they say they were Catholics at the time, and say it was in 96 AD because Antipas or Antipas was their faithful martyr, one of the church fathers, but they had a lot of people had the same name back then. I just think this is very important I hear this every day. Every single day people are telling me, well, couldn't have happened by then because Revelation was written later. No, it wasn't. It says it as plain as day that it was written before 66 AD. So then we know that it happened then. And all those churches, their candlesticks were removed. We know that Jesus already came back. We know that he destroyed the temple, as it was said. You know, the armies compassed Jerusalem about and laid them even with the ground, because Jerusalem kills the prophets. And no prophet should die outside of Jerusalem. So Jesus couldn't be killed by Herod until he made it to Jerusalem, because all the blood of all the prophets had to come on that generation. And the armies compassed them about on every side, kept them in on every side, and laid them even with the ground. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, which killeth the prophets, and stoneth them which God sends. You know, your house is left to you desolate. And they were left desolate then. The things in the Bible are over, and it's just very important for you guys to know. So either share this video with them, or at least impart this knowledge unto them. Knowledge, it's simple. That the book of Revelation says the temple is still standing. It doesn't matter what the rest of history says. If you cannot trust what the book of Revelation says, then you can't trust the book of Revelation. It was written beforehand and fulfilled in that 42 months of the times of the Gentiles.